Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is officially November 1st, which means I was so excited to take my decorations down. I'm back. I got my hearses up. I'm excited. I was so happy to take them down, y'all, because I had them up since like mid-October, so I was tired of looking at them. I took them down literally at midnight. I was like, now I'm back to my normal routine. It's nice to have it just like my cute stuff. Even though my Halloween stuff was cute, I had fun on Halloween. I had a food coma, but you know what? I was like a snack coma with me and my sister, but we had a really good time. Anyways, we're talking about crime today like we always do. So we're talking about a young man who murdered his girlfriend after a fight using a sword. Now, it's interesting because this case involves young couples, mental illness, pronouns, like the whole shebang. It's weird because I feel like young couples, you don't really know, is there a reason to murder your loved one or your partner? No, there should never be a reason. A fight should not lead to murder, and that's really a good thing to say, because I do talk about a lot of cases on here where people always, they fight after a breakup. They murder after a breakup and fight. They murder and fight after like a divorce, after a simple argument. And it's crazy how something so small can make somebody go off. And that says something about you. If that's you, that says something about that person. It's like, that little thing should not force you to go down that dark route. Like, that's going to ruin your life and then take the life of somebody else. It's really crazy to me that people are like going in that direction of murder. I really, like, I always say this, that I just never thought it was this much crime. When you're actually looking at it, when you're actually looking at the news, when you're actually looking for cases, the stuff that people do really do shock you. This man curled up with her dead body while the police were trying to get up into the home. He was laying with her body on his mattress, and he was beating her, and he said that wasn't working, so he had to kill her, his words. So let's get into it. Okay, I have to knife her. Man murdered his twin flame teen girlfriend with sword, curled up next to her body on the floor, cops say. Now, I hope when they say teen, we're not talking about teen, maybe 19, 18, 19, because for some reason they still call you a teen just because it's like teen in the number, even though you are an adult, but he's 20, so she's in her teens. So I'm going to hope it's 18 or 19. So that is 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒓𝒕, and that's Shane Curry, the suspect. Massachusetts prosecutors last week charged a 20-year-old man with murdering his girlfriend with a sword before curling up next to her body as cops tried to get inside the home for 2 hours. Shane Curry is accused of killing 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒓𝒕, 17 years old, in Stowe on April 5th. Curry's mother went to the police station and requested officers conduct a well-being check on her son. Around 4:30 p.m., Stowe police responded to the Great Road home and tried to get inside, but Curry would not let them in. Okay, age difference. Let's talk real quick. Now, this is weird because it's not really a big difference, depending on because she's in high school most likely. You know, people drop out, so maybe she's not. So it's a close age difference, but it's crazy because once you turn 18, you're like a legal adult, and they literally, like, you can still go to jail for that. He's 20 years old, but we're talking about this, okay? How do you even, I know you're going to get into it, but, you know, I'm gonna save my comments, but I think the age difference, I was like, okay, please be 18. She's not 18. For 2 hours, cops tried to coax their way into the home, but Curry steadfastly refused, prosecutors said. When they finally got inside, they found 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒓𝒕, who also lived in the home, dead from stab wounds. Cops saw him lying with her body on the mattress in his bedroom. Curry killed 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒓𝒕 after a fight and admitted to stabbing her multiple times. And I quote, "The bruises aren't working. Hitting her, that's not working. So okay, I have to knife her. So I do," Curry told police, according to the criminal complaint obtained by Boston Fox affiliate 𝒂𝒂𝒓𝒕. Okay, let's talk about it. Like, what? How? I want to know what goes through somebody's head to hit their partner. Now, my age difference aside, because it's still kind of close, and I'm pretty sure they probably met when he was like 18, 19. Ooh, now actually, let's not put that by, because I mean she was younger. So I'm talking about the crime, because that's another thing. But the girl is passed on, and it's sad because he murdered her. He stabbed her after a fight. Bruises aren't working. Hitting her is not working, so he stabbed her. What was this fight? You know, this is when you get your kind of your theory map on. You'd be like, what can y'all possibly be fighting about that lead to this? Now, mental illness, because they're going to talk about it if he has some or not. Not even that. Like, that shouldn't even lead up to that, because people have mental illnesses all the time and don't do these crimes. It's just scary that you have, and now I'm curious about his upbringing. Y'all, this might be one which I have to do my more research on and like do an update, because I'm kind of curious. I am really curious. It's like when people act like this, you got to go back to childhood. You got to see how they were raised, because what makes you put your hands on somebody else? And that's actually the case for a lot of people that they don't do like deep dives on or don't know much about. It's like it always goes back to childhood. How was this dude raised? They look really young. They look like, just by the pictures, they both look like they were like carefree, you know what I mean? So the fact that he was beating her, trying to kill her, obviously that sentence of him saying the bruise is not working, hitting her is not working, he was trying to murder her. And it's crazy. Once again, I say crazy a lot, y'all, but this is. It's interesting how he was trying to murder her, but they found him laying with her body on his bed. So it's like, were you really sad? Now, he could also be playing mental. Like, seriously, come on, y'all. There's a lot of people that play mentally insane. And I finally found out that a lot of people do think like me, even though I try not to say it, but I do say it in a lot of videos, but in certain videos I don't. I'd be like, they possibly can have it, but I'd also be like, I don't care if they got anything, because you know what, you did the crime, take them away. It's just weird. Why would he lay with her dead body? Also, that's a very, y'all know I gotta do it, that's a very gruesome sight. Stabbing somebody to death, blood-soaked sheets, you're laying with her. Like, what? Was it like an urge to kill her and then you regret? Was it regret involved? I don't know. Let's get back into it. He allegedly called her his twin flame, the affidavit said, according to People. Prosecutors initially charged Curry with assault and battery on a household or family member and assault and battery causing serious bodily injury before filing the murder charge last week. Curry reportedly has a known history of mental illness, though prosecutors are calling her a female glad. Is that like a group? Okay, they said she identified as non-binary and went by the name River, with the pronouns they and them. We are absolutely heartbroken to hear of the death of another non-binary teenager, River 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒓𝒕, who had been reported for missing for years after reportedly surviving childhood abuse and time in foster care. Too often, young people in the LGBTQ youth in particular are failed by the adults and systems entrusted to protect them, and do not feel they have anywhere to turn to in the time of crisis, said a statement from GLAAD president and CEO Sarah K. Ellis. Goddard grew up in the Providence of Rhode Island area. Her grandfather told NBC affiliate she had a tough upbringing, he said. Her mother reportedly gave birth to her in prison, and she spent time in the state's foster care. There couldn't have been a nicer, more soulful, and more spiritual person, Simmons told the TV station. Oh, it's always sad when somebody grow up in like the wrong place, because everybody, you know, y'all, I'm just so blunt like this, so when I say stuff, don't take it too harsh, just because the person is like deceased, just know. It's just that I'm literally thinking about like what the person is saying. So everybody says everybody's nice. Okay, we're all family. Family says we're nice. That's just what it is. But she also had probably a more rebellious soul, I feel like, just because, you know, she was younger. She looked at the dude she was dating. He looked like he was, like, rebellious, so I feel like more rebellious. Just, they were probably nice to you. I'm just saying, okay? I'm not trying to, like, the girl is deceased. But, yeah, it's so sad. He stabbed her to death with a sword. Oh, my, where do you even get a sword from? A real sword? Do they even sell those things? That's crazy. Like, that's long. Is that not like just a machete? I know what a sword is. Trust me, I know the distinction. I'm just saying. Yeah, really weird case of like a couple that I'm not calling them a couple. No, they're not supposed to be a couple, because even when he was like, she was 16, he'd be 19. Yeah, no, it's illegal. They should also charge her with like rape of that, because she was. And don't get me wrong, I heard it. She's also a household member, so they live together. Okay, there's a lot of questions up in this case with the crime itself and then the age limit on another part. But the dude murdered her, and for some reason was curling up with her dead body. Now, because of that, I feel like Ooh, should they charge him? Should they have charged him with abuse of a corpse? Nah, that's when you like move something. But you know, you're touching her, and it's creepy. You know, you're not supposed to touch anybody when they're like deceased. But no, I don't know. This case is weird. I don't know what to think. It's like, why did this turn into a murder after a fight? What did they fight about? My theory was that he was planning this the whole time. Because you don't just, well, you know, people murder all the time. But I got a feeling this ain't adding up. He said beating her wasn't working. So we possibly have a case of abuse, domestic violence early on. And he was like, he could have been manipulating her. Because think about it, she's also younger than him. Bad boys, younger, like it adds up, like, because he's an adult, she's not. Even though he can't drink, it's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure he was drinking. I feel like he's an enabler. He was an abusive person, and he was just weird and all out, just evil person, man. Anybody who take a life is evil. They didn't say what mental illness he had, so I'm not going to elaborate on it. All I know is that I don't probably believe it. I would think he's just a evil dude who wanted her dead, because it's like, you can, and they can't, even in court, you got people that be like, well, I didn't want to kill her. Yes, you did, because you did. Just right there. People always say that, but it's like, no, you wanted her dead because you murdered her. That means you wanted her dead. So when people always say they're like, they love the person, they never wanted to hurt them. Yes, you did, because you did it. Like, that's all you got to say to close the case. You killed her. These cases shouldn't be this long. The girl grew up, like, born in prison, horrible, like, childhood, but they say she had a nice soul, and it's sad. It's like, oh my God. Like, I don't know. And you meet it's crazy because you always meet the wrong people. And she was young, but it makes sense how she met him. Look at her, the way she grew up. It makes sense. So on that note, I'm gonna let you guys go. What do you guys think of this case? It's really blunt. Like, it's really only like a little bit like pieces of information. But I'm curious. The question here is, how really the question that I have, how can a fight turn into murder? Like, what takes it there? He was beating her before this. That's why he said beating her wasn't working, hitting her wasn't working. You didn't love her. And then he stabbed her and then laid with her dead, stabbed body with a sword in a bed covered in blood. Like, that's not love, sir. That's evil all around, and I don't know what was wrong with that dude, but he had some problems. But yeah, a lot of people can fake mental illness. I don't know about that. So on that, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We have more crime to react to, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.